Here with Ray Osborn, talking OCU women's basketball. And Ray, tell us your thoughts on this year's team.
So I feel like we've utilized our utilities a lot better from last year. We've got a little bit more deeper in the bench, a lot more that we can rotate in and out compared to last year. We brought in some really key pieces with the freshmen. They're going to help us out a lot just so the seniors won't have to carry the weight on our shoulders that we did last year.
You averaged 11 points a game last season. What are you doing to elevate your game here for your final year?
Yeah, so I've been working out with Prince Bridges. He's one of our skill trainers that we have, and we're just doing a lot more moves to get me into my shots that I'll take, a lot more off the dribble, and a lot of off the pick shots too.
Tell us about this group of seniors who decided to come back for one more year this year.
Yeah, so last season we felt like we weren't able to play how we wanted to play with all the injuries that we had, so we wanted to come back and basically do what we were supposed to do last year, just take a revenge season and get what we're supposed to get.
All right, talking OCU women's basketball with Ray Osborn. Here with OCU women's basketball coach Kris Seigenthaler. And Coach, tell us your thoughts on the preseason so far.
I really like what we saw, how we've handled business. There are cohesion. We have a lot of talent right now. It's just getting that mindset locked in. So really excited to see kind of coming back from injuries. Obviously decimated by injuries last season, but it's process, and that's what we're focusing on each day is just kind of strengthening and coming back. So we have some players still coming back from injury, but extremely excited to get them back and to get after it. Obviously coming off of last season and the tough season and finishing how we did.
Yeah, so coming off that tough year last year, what have you guys done coming into this season to improve your confidence level and get back to where you want to be?
Yeah, most definitely. I think, Ray already kind of, attested to that a little bit. We went out in on the road recruiting, and we brought in some huge pieces. And we knew shooting 19% from the three-point line just isn't going to cut it, especially in the dribble drive with attackers. You have a Ray, you have Osborn, Amaya Gordon, who can get to the rim, second team all-conference, but they're going to lock them down. Even Jersey Bryant, so being able to bring in players that can assist us in that. We brought in a 6-foot forward and Journey Bennett from Edmond Santa Fe, an all-state kid, a Choctaw Brooke Curry as well, shot 43% from the three-point line. We've got Taryn Cottrell, 6-foot forward that is a three-point threat that can stretch it as well. And then you bring in Amani Cujo and Victoria Oceana as well that are two attackers. I know we're young, that's 5 freshmen. And then you bring in some experience, with Acacia Handsome. And so we're excited about that. Obviously it's a process of integrating. Last year I felt like we kind of threw our freshmen into the fire a little bit. That's not something that we want to do. We have our top 6-tier players back. And so just kind of building and strengthening that. I do think we have some freshmen that could come in and assist those top 6-tier players that are back. So we're excited about that and just really building off that cohesion.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the players who are returning for you. A lot of them missed the end of last season with injury, but are coming back into form. So tell us who you got coming back.
Yeah, most definitely. We have Casey Gorman, our 6-foot forward on the inside, Ray Osborn, our Bulldog guard, Amaya Gordon, second team all-conference. Those three are, that's our core. They've played together now going on 3 years. Those three are back for their 5th year. Obviously, Amaya Gordon has said this in our Sooner Athletic Conference Media Day, but this is a revenge season for them. And their journey is a lot different than anyone else's. But I'm really excited about Amanda Sinead DeCruz and Reagan Travis, coming back from injuries, things like that. I'm just really excited. You have Lauren Rowan, you have Jersey Bryant, you have Jasmine Adams. I mean, you have the core to really make a run at this thing. But for us, it's all about the process. I think that's the thing we've really been trying to hit at, in the preseason is I'm not focused on the outcome. And I was just talking to Ray Osborn about this, is you got to focus on the process. Even losing a close game against a national competitor, you could be 6 possessions off. The outcome says you lost. The process says you're close. Now, can you go get maybe the next one? And how does that look? And so really just trying to coach them through that. I think, things in our industry sometimes get to be transactional with NLI and Division I transfer portal, but just trying to get that cohesion. For us, I think we get that process, we get that mindset focused. I'm excited about what can come of it. We know we were picked number 9, in the preseason with the Sooner Athletic Conference, but, for us, we're not focused on that. It's focused on 1% stronger each day.
You talked about last year basically throwing your freshmen in kind of untested. Mm-hmm. This year, you're not really going to have to do that as much. So what does a freshman have to do to kind of poke their head up and say, I'm ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we kind of talked about, what is it going to take? I know Ray talked about depth. That's one thing we have this season. So minutes can be hard to come by, and so what is it going to take? And so for us, if you're not locking down defensively, it's going to be hard to get on the court. If you're not executing, it's going to be hard to, to be on the hardwood. If you're not being efficient, that means being, 6 of 9, then it's going to be hard to be on the hardwood. And at the end of the day, we've got to see what the cohesion looks like. And we also have to see, who as coaches do we have instilled confidence in? Who do we feel like can get it done? And I think there's a misconception at times is these are our 5 best players. As coaches is what does that chemistry look like? It might be that your 6th man is one of your 5 best players. How does that look? And, I think we had a scrimmage yesterday. I think it kind of showcased a lot and just kind of what do we need to handle and tighten up on. Today we're watching film because I think, it's not only being on the hardwood but the psychological end of things as well is they need to see, I didn't cut off baseline there or I didn't have backside or, however that looks. I'm excited. I think this, I get it. Freshmen want to come in, they want to compete. It's tough. We always talk about in our program the strength, the strategy, the speed, all adjustments for a freshman coming in. So I think being able to, do we have some freshmen that I think that can compete this season and assist us? There's no doubt. They're gonna have to earn it, and we have to see how do they integrate. But I'm excited. Ray nailed it. I think we really have a solid core here, and it's just really all about just can we peak at the right time. And for us, I think that's January, late January for sure, and that's what we're focused on. And what I really like is we have a lot of home games in the Sooner, starting out November and December, so it has a chance for when we start going on the road, having to be road warriors, we should be where we want to be at the end of the day. So I'm extremely excited about that.
All right, OCU women's basketball coach Kris Seigenthaler. Season starts November 1st for the women's team.